I need to go hire a wagon. Hire him in a wagon.
He is in the Thieves Guild. He's used to conducting shady business.
Yeah, but he's like licensed, man. I'm not even worried.
Alright. I mean, so you guys essentially want to have him transported while you guys head to Zalara's house.
Yep.
Okay, we can do that. So Aiden essentially goes and calls his contacts. His contacts come over, and you know they have a skiff and they start taking the guy into the boat and then go off. So as you guys return back to the top floor, you notice that. I mean,
wait a minute! They're trying to go without us by themselves.
Well, I thought you wanted them to transport it while you guys head.
Okay. Guys, are you okay with me going with the boat? I don't want to leave him alone.
Yeah.
Or perhaps we should all go with the boat.
I mean, you still have to land on. Well, you still have to land and go through the streets.
Yeah.
So.
Don't want to take any chances.
No,
Yeah,
my guild's fine. They're not gonna steal from us. It has a thieves guild. It's okay. All right, so you guys want to?
Okay. Well, if it's Thieves Guild guys, yeah, you'd probably be okay with that.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna defer to you because they're your contacts, and for whatever reason, I'm trusting you.
I would sooner not drag it through the streets, and I would also sooner not take my life in my hands in some rickety skiff. So this is the easiest way. I say we go wait near the boat we drop them off.
Let's go see the widow. I know these people. They'll get the job done.
Cool.
Okay. So they go off and start, delivering gauge to where you guys are going. You guys return back to the top of the ship and you exit out. You start hearing loud commotions coming from the streets. As you guys head back into the front of the building, you notice that everyone is sort of there's mobs going on different parts of the town. You start hearing loud chants of saying, the king is dead. And some people are yelling out, long live the queen, and some people are just calling her, a giant whore or usurper. You see Hell Knights marching down the street trying to create order. You look up in the skies and what are they called? You see Sable Company Griffin Riders riding around the town trying to help everyone, like the guards and the Hell Knights, figure out where all the trouble is coming from. As the Griffins are passing by, you guys notice there's one of them's even, bleeding and dripping blood, and then suddenly it actually starts losing control and smashes itself into one of the smokestacks on the roof, launching this rider forward greatly.
Oh shit!
What is the correct response?
What is going on?
We need to get out of the streets and get to where we're going. Let's get to as ASAP.
Stick to the plan. Let's get to the widow. We just need to hurry.
Yeah. Heads down. We don't see nothing, and we avoid crowds.
So are you to infer from the chaos and panic what maybe has happened? Obviously people are shouting about the royalty,
So actually,
some kind of dissent, but
yeah, this works out actually pretty well because you're a priest of actual clerics or something. So, being one of the clerics that were at the temple for Sarania or Saranai. I really you know that the king has been slightly ill lately, and then people from your temple have been going in to try and cure him from whatever has been ailing him, but they have never really succeeded. So I don't know if you want to share that information. But
yeah, absolutely. I mean, if as soon as we heard the commotion, I would have said that, you know, is it possible? Could it be that you know, after all of the suffering that he endured, that the king had passed on?
As you know, you guys are kind of trying to figure out what's going on. Guards walk by, and they they're a little stern with you because they're not really sure what you guys are doing here, but they just like clear the streets. There's rapid looting and robbing. Get to where you need to be and stay inside.
Absolutely, sir. We'll follow the curfew. Yes, sir. Of course.
As we're on our way, I mentioned that in my people's land, with the death of the king and the death of the leader, chaos and violence are the most common result.
That's not encouraging.
Particularly with the queen, that many people are less than enamored of.
That's a kind way of putting it.
Don't speak ill of the royalty. But we should maybe. We should move quickly and quietly.
The guard that you're talking to hasn't been back to the castle. He's only kind of working off of what orders he has, and he's not really sure of the actual situation that's going on. He knows that the king has passed away, and that the queen is trying to create order in the city. He's just trying to make things as civil as possible because everyone is kind of up in arms with what's going on. He's hoping that, you know, the king is being put to rest, but he's working off of what orders he's heard because they're in kind of a state of emergency.
Okay, well, yeah, I would say that we should stick to the plan, with the caveat that I can't remember the widow's name off the top of my head.
Zalara.
Zalara, thank you. That we should recommend to her, given the circumstances, that turning Lamb over to the Zended Home and the rest of the arbiters might be ill-advised under the circumstances.
They've got a lot more important things to do, but we should let her choose. I think that sounds fair.
Okay, so you guys, you know, are ducking through the streets, trying to kind of stay out of the way of where the riots are and kind of where the Hell Knights are trying to keep control. Because, I mean, they're pretty much, you know, think of like SWAT in essentially in like the riot control. They're really trying to keep people in certain areas of the town just so that they don't try and recklessly steal from other people. So you guys get to Zolara's place, and then, you know, Aiden, Steve, Gil, compatriots are outside with Galen kind of knocked out. When you guys get to the house, you notice it's a lot darker than it previously was. There aren't really any candles, but it's sort of day, so you kind of can peer in. But all the windows are sort of are pretty much they're very dirty, so you can't really look inside.
How much time has passed?
I would say that you guys went in. You're probably gone for, I don't know, let's say 5-ish hours. Because you guys went in at nighttime, I believe. So it's like early morning.
No, not even a full day.
No.
Yeah.
This can't be a coincidence.
Do you guys proceed inside?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Okay. So you enter the room, you take a look around, and actually I have the whole thing for this. Inside is just really dark and ragged. You see the table that where you guys stood at before, and you know the wood is either full of dirt, and the tablecloth that was there is full of holes, whether it's be from mites or other rodents. What was left of the wine bottle that you guys previously drank from is fairly dark, and there's this really pungent smell that comes from the top of it because there's no more cork on it, keeping it in or keeping it contained. Who has the deck?
I think I'm the one who mentioned grabbing it, so I would assume I grabbed it.
Okay.
And who stole some of the extra cards last time, too?
That was not Elf.
Not Elf.
I'm a thief guy.
So, you feel a rustling in your bag. The deck of cards that are in there are kind of like trying to break out.
Well, I'm gonna help them. That's freaking my ass out.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm pretty spooked too.
the cards fly out, and they start making a circular pattern.
This isn't because I never gave those cards back, is it?
So as they
I don't think
they're slowly spinning in the circular motion, but they start speeding up all of a sudden. As that occurs, there is a figure that starts to form. It's sort of like an astral presence. You see Zalara essentially appear before you. She sees Galen there, and then she sees the four of you. And she is both relieved and slightly worried. She looks at all of you and says, I sure hope that he is actually detained and you guys are going to turn him in. And it's just like, wait, you guys are probably also wondering what's become of me. See, I've been dead for many weeks. Galen is actually the one who has killed me, and when he took my deck, he killed me and stole my deck. He is actually leaving. He's keeping my head in his home in some type of box.
I look around at everybody who helped me search the room and say, I didn't see a head. Do you see a head? I didn't see a head.
I see dead people, that's all I know.
would you know if he'd moved it or done something?
I can't really sense where my body is. I am tied mostly to these cards that you've recovered for me.
Does this put you to rest?
As long as he's put to justice, I will be able to rest easy.
Name your justice.
If you were to turn him in, or even if you were to kill him, I would be put to rest.
Do you see the king where you're at?
She looks around. She's like, no, he's not here. Why? What's going on?
Why? Apparently the king is dead. I
Oh my
thought
God.
you guys do things.
I mean, I didn't know him, but I that's interesting. I didn't realize he was doing so. He wasn't doing poorly.
What was
Out of
that?
character, she was dead before he was getting ill, so she has no idea that he was.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did Adrian Lamb have magical help in his in what he did to you?
No.
Are
I
there
don't think he was smart enough for that. I think he was just a pawn.
He
didn't know it himself.
I went to challenge him, figure out if he was the one who, I went to challenge him when I found out that he's the one who murdered my son, and in doing so, I became feed for his crocodile.
How are we?
Is your head in the crocodile?
And how are we?
It was actually in the hat box that you guys didn't look in.
What sorcery is this?
My spirit was bound to two things. The deck of cards that you guys now have in your possession, that you technically have in your possession that I'm using to project myself, and my home, because these are the last two possessions that I truly had.
Oh, I'm officially freaked out.
But because you were able to capture him, and I hope put him to justice, I am able to rest easily.
He's not put to justice yet. Will
you not turn him in?
Well, with the riots in the streets, we brought him here to see what you would have us do. I stand by my earlier words that the man deserves death, and I would be willing to deal it.
She looks down, kind of pondering the situation, and she looks up and says, I would like to see him gone. I would like to see him pay for the crimes that he has committed, for the death of my son and for myself. But I cannot force you to do something that might be against your own code of morals.
Oh, don't worry. We want him dead just as much as you do.
Milady, I worked for this man as a child. I was one of the lands he'd taken. I may have worked alongside your son at one point. It is no hurt to me to put this dog down.
I turn to Elamon and I say, Brother Elamon, I know your convictions and I know that this does not sit well with you. However, his victim asks for vengeance, and I would give her that.
I will retract any prior misgivings I might have had. I thought him nothing more than a petty criminal, albeit one who exploited children. Now I see him as a servant of the dark arts and propagating the eternal unrest of this poor soul, and the only true justice for that is death.
Lady Spirit, would you watch your justice be dealt?
I would.
Well, I think we haul his butt in here, shoo off the Thieves Guild, lay him down, and off his head.
Okay. So,
From dust to dust.
as Gadrid, draws his last breath, you see that she begins to start fading. She asks you if you found anything else in his control.
A locket, a crown, and a gold signet.
Children and crocodiles.
Some gold.
She starts messing with the cards that are below her. You see
Show her the clasp. See if she recognizes it.
this as well. So as the cards are still spinning, one of them comes into her hand. And the card essentially hints her to if she has to see the locket.
Sure.
So she sees the locket, and she's like, "This piece looks unusual. There is something in the cards that is telling me that something's wrong with this item as well. I cannot tell if he wronged another person or if it's just an item of great value. I have a friend who lives on the other side of town. His name is Eldarin. He works in a pawn shop. He helped me sustain my my living situation in my most dire of times. He may be able to help you understand what this locket may be."
Of course, of course.
I truly thank you for helping me find peace. This is the one little thing that I can do for you. As well, I would ask that you please watch over my Harrow deck. Keep it with you and let it guide you into what your future may be.
Of course, of course.
So as she says that, her figure starts to disassemble. It starts to flow off with the wind that has mysteriously came into the room. And yeah, I think that's pretty much where we should end for this day, because it's 2.5 hours.
Well, stealing if she's dead.
It's like
Property
double
is property
steal.
against the person.
Oh.
That's badass, guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot. This was fun. Good game, guys.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm kind of bummed that we had to come to a non-violent solution with crocodile, man. I wanted to throw down.
That's what I was like, no, I
I was
was
gonna wrestle it.
Dude,
I was actually just talking to it.
that crocodile is now our arch nemesis. It's gonna recognize us. We were like, no, it's cool. Send the crocodile away, everything's fine. And then we killed the dude anyways. He knows
I'm
us.
very much known for doing shit like that. Like, I will make characters that come back, and he will do shifty-eye stuff to you, and you'll be like, it's that fucking crocodile.
One of
I
us
just want
is
to
gonna
know which
lose a
one of
loved
those four is Captain Hook.
level crocodile beast. It's gonna be messed up.
Watch at the end, it's gonna be like a level 20 crocodile coming to kill you.
Son of a bitch.
What are the prestige classes? They go into dinosaur. Right? Oh man, this is
The
great.
harass of crocodiles.
Oh, that sounds great.
That's killer.